At the point guard position.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. Here in Houston, it's another home game for the Rockets. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. This should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Seattle, they've got Levine. Porzingis is out there with Grant, and it's Coleman in at the 2.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
The pass to Monroe. They set the pick. Here's Booker. Can't get it to go. Seattle goes the other way with it.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
Haywood with the rebound.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Screen by Monroe. This one for 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the Stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Here's Levine following the score by Houston. Porzingis can't hit. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin McHale gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin will see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today has certainly got their attention. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. No good from Booker. Seattle leading by 4. Here's Levine. The three-pointer is right on target. Levine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Sapahi. The shot no good. Seattle goes the other way with it. Passes to Levine. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. Well, you look at Porzingis, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Screen by Monroe. Haywood, the pass to Monroe. 5 on the clock. Here's Popovich. Another miss by Houston.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm. And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Out of bounds. Seattle. Will take possession. Seattle with the ball, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Levine. Haywood covering. Levine can't hit.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Here's Booker, and count it from 19 feet away.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Pass to Porzingis. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Seattle shooting their first foul shot of the night. Rockets trail by 10.
Timeout charge to Houston.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Haywood with the ball. There's the dish to Monroe. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. That's good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Booker pulls it in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. First in free throw shooting, 6th in assists, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. And some nice passing there by Houston. Screen by Monroe. Jones kicks to Monroe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot up. Jones, no luck.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Watkins passes to Grant, and he gets the bucket. Grant's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Screen by Monroe. Popovich. He's covered by Grant. Here's Popovich. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Here's LaVine. 20 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Giroux covered by Monroe. Here's Cassell. No good. The Rockets go the other way with it.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Seattle leading by 6. The pass to Watkins. Grant outside. Here's Giroux. Banked in off the glass.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Popovich passes to Jones. Screen by Jones. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the bucket. He's got 5.
Bruno Popovich.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Some changes for Seattle. Gaines has checked in, and it's Ellison for Jeremy Grant. Seattle is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Feeds to Ellis. 11 feet away. And Ellis finally drops after rolling around the rim. Ellis has got his first bucket of the night. Dishes it to Jones. Pass to Neal. Elbow shot is on the way. Can't get it to go. Ellis with some nice D. Seattle leading by 7. Here's Cassell. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. And here's Anderson. Jones, no one around him. And another 3 for Houston.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Ellis goes in. Here's Gaines, and he slams it one-handed.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
To the inside, here's Harris. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Cassell against Anderson. Cassell kicks to Ellis. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. The 3. Passes it to Cassell. From past the arc. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist from Cassell. Ellis has got 5 points so far.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
And there's the feed to Neal. They grabbed their own miss. Harris. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Seattle leads by 7. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the broadcast booth, but he said it just wasn't the same. He missed that competition. That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness and what happens when you're no longer in the thick of it, especially, Clark, when you're as physical a player. McHale.
Yeah, you know, I certainly understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm living it in many ways, but for me, it's about the love of the game and sharing that with so many other people who love the same things I do, whether they ever play it or not. There's some common ground even outside of the competitive court.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Seattle?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
We've got Harris. Trevor Booker is out there with Anderson. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Haywood in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And it's good. And Seattle leads by 9.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Good. Haywood's got his third basket of the night right there.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
So he gets them both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
He feeds it to Monroe. 13 feet away, and he gets it to go.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Coleman, defended by Booker. Here's Coleman. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
Screen by Monroe. He dishes it to Haywood. And another 3 for Houston.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
That is good. He's got 8.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Rockets trail by 8. Kicks to Booker. Inside. Anderson can't get it to go.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Caldwell Pope passes to Babcock. Here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
Houston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Pass to Popovich. Shoots the 3. The shot will not go. Seattle goes the other way with it. Here's Coleman. Missed inside.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Booker. The Rockets again can't hit.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Seattle shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And that one misses. And he can't hit the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Seattle leading by 6. Over to the wing. Lets it go from 14. Rebound by Monroe.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And Seattle making a change here. Ellis is checked in.
Now in the lineup for the Seattle team.
Timeout called for Rockets.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Rockets trail by 7. Now Haywood. He's got 9. Anderson dishes to Monroe. Again, the Rockets score.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Porzingis passes to Ellis. Grant gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's the screen. And Anderson kicks to Booker. It's deflected. Grant dishes to Ellis. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Booker the pass to Haywood. He kicks it to Anderson. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The drive by Ellis. Here's Levine, and he banks in the layup. Levine's got the lead up to 10 now for Seattle.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, here is Haywood. He's covered closely. Got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Both teams will make substitutions.
Games.
Here's Sapahi. Another miss by Houston.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Now, here is Haywood. He's got 9.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better.
Ellis.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Screen by Jones. Down low. No one near him. Good. Jones has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Watkins. No good. Excellent D that time from Jones. Here's Popovich, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Stolen by Monroe. Haywood with the ball. And some nice passing there by Houston. Screen by Monroe. There's the dish to Jones. 6 to shoot. Here's Popovich, and Ellis with the block.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Haywood with the rebound. And it's the Rockets on the break with the runner. And he can't bank that one in. Indiana leading by 10. Over in the corner, Ellis. Grant kicks to Levine. Nice shot from the wing. Levine's got 10 points in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Haywood dishes to Jones. Now, here is Haywood. Tight defense on him. Launches a 3. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut to just 9 points. On the basket from Jones.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Ellis, the pass to Gaines. Back to Ellis. Here's Sherbo. Haywood with the rebound. Haywood's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jones, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
I thought they did a better job of getting it inside in the first. I mean, they were conscious of throwing that ball in the paint and attacking the rim.
Coleman's checked in for Seattle, and that one's good. He's got 11.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Neal kicks to Haywood. Out to the right wing. The pass to Neal from downtown, and that is good. Neal's got his first 3 points of the game.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the wash to the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Haywood. Oh, that's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Neal dishes to Harris. Another shot. And again, the Rockets good for two.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Over to the left wing. 24 seconds left here in the second. Right wing. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick to the paint and stolen by Harris. Here's Neal. Gazelle grabs the miss.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Seattle ahead, leading by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting. They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been one outstanding game from Perry Jones.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
On the floor for Seattle, they've got Grant. Levine is out there with Porzingis, and it's Watkins in at the 4 slot. There's the pick. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. And Seattle leads by 5.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Feeds it to Monroe. Dishes it to Haywood. Here's Sapahi. Seattle grabs the miss. Bean passes to Coleman. No good on the 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
That's his second personal foul.
The Rockets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line. Really an extraordinary game for Monroe. He's got 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Booker. The feed to Haywood. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Porzingis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And it's Monroe, top of the key. Stolen. Now here's Grant, defended by Booker. To the middle. Back to Grant. Beyond the arc. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for Go Rockets Power Dancers!
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Monroe. Coach is looking... for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the basket good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
Seattle leading by 7. Levine passes to Coleman. Pass to Watkins. He feeds it to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Popovich passes to Anderson. To the middle. Here's Sapahi. It's deflected. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Rockets trail by 12. He dishes it to Booker. It's tipped. Grant outside. Levine pass. To Coleman. And stolen by Booker. Plays it in off the breakaway. Booker's got 10 points.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Grant kicks to Levine. And again, Seattle with the triple.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Stolen by Levine. Moving it up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end. Steals. Fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Anderson, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Anderson's got his first 2 points. Seattle leading by 15. Here's Levine. He's got 15. Pass to Watkins. Grant outside. Watkins, defended by Booker. Misses the baby hook. Rockets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Kicks it to Anderson. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. Here's Popovich. From outside, off the mark. Seattle has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. But they'll get another chance. And there's the pass to Coleman. He kicks it to Levine. And the 3 off target.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's foul number 2 for him. Seattle leading by 15. Passes it to Watkins. Inside. The dish to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Jones. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
We've seen Perry Jones getting it done. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Neal, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Seattle.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For Seattle, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And so Cassell nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Feeds it to Neal. Dishes it to Anderson. Sapahi, he's guarded by Ellis. Wing shot on the way. Misses off the left iron.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Shots good by Neal. Seattle leading by 13. A minute 50 left to play in the third. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. Houston making a switch here. Haywood's checked in. And Gaines drops them both. Rockets trail by 15. And here's Haywood. He's got 10. Almost, but it rolls out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Rockets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Neal dishes to Haywood. Offensive rebound. Jones. Here's Harris. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Harris has got his second basket of the game. Haywood covering. Here's Gerbeau. Seattle missing again. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Here's Jones. Cassell grabs the miss. Seattle leading by 13 to the left side wing. Now Gaines. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Taken away. Haywood, the pass to Jones. There's Neal with the three. Good on the shot. Neal's got 8 here in the quarter.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Now, here is Haywood. He's guarded closer. Screen by Jones. Pulls up on the wing. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Neal's got it back down to within single digits for Houston. Here's Babcock. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Seattle leads by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Seattle leading by 8. Booker out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Greg Monroe, and it's Popovich in at the 2 guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now, here is Haywood to the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Houston. Grant the pass to Watkins. Pass to Coleman.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Good.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And Seattle's shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Watkins passes to Porzingis. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Monroe. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Grant.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Out to the right wing. Bean passes to Watkins. Porzingis, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That's good. And now an 8-point Seattle lead.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Haywood kicks to Monroe. 13 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Seattle leading by 6. Here's Levine. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
You know, sometimes the best way to attack size is to go right at it.
Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Now, here is Haywood. D right on him. A nice shot by Booker.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Shooting one. And that one misses. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Popovich. Seattle grabs the miss. Grant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out to the wing. The shot. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the pass to Popovich. From outside the arc. Shot's good. Here's Levine. Popovich. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Coleman, the pass to Watkins. 6 to shoot. Seattle missing again. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Here's Popovich, the offensive rebound, and it's blocked. Here's Levine. Pass to Coleman. Takes the 13-footer, and that one hits back iron.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Haywood. Off target from three-point range.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Levine. And it's off from three-point range. It's trailed by 5. To the wing on the left. Pulls up from the corner. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Uncovered. Haywood gets the bucket. Haywood's got 4 points this quarter. Seattle leading by 3. Here's Levine. Pass to Coleman. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
And even though he couldn't get all of them to fall, he did make it a 2-possession game.
Haywood kicks to Monroe. Out left to the wing. All sorts of time. Here's Booker. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And it's Grant in the corner. Levine passes to Porzingis. Here's Levine. Haywood covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one goes. Count it. He's got 23.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
For the 3. Can't get it to go.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Screen by Monroe. The pass to Popovich. From 10 feet out. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You know, the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Seattle calls timeout. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And Seattle making a change here. Cassell's checked in. Here's Haywood. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Porzingis can't hit.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. Check out the game for Booker. 16 points and 1 steal as well.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
And it's tied up with that one.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Cassell, the pass to Porzingis. There's the feed to Levine. Pass to Porzingis. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Put your hands together for the Rockets Power Jackson.
And so here is Houston. A 2-point game. No good from Booker.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Watkins passes to Levine. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Kicks to Monroe. The 11-footer. Not enough on that one as it misses. Seattle leading by 4. Here's Cassell. Misses the layup. Knocked away. Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 4. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Sapahi. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Watkins passes to Porzingis. And yes, sir, that one drops. And Seattle leads by 4.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Haywood. Seattle grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Levine. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Seattle lead.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 three-pointers in each half now.
And it's Monroe at the elbow. To the wing right side. Good on the 13-footer. Booker's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Porzingis can't hit. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Haywood, and they're able to recover. They retain possession.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Popovich. at the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they... really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty, missing both. Watkins, covered by Monroe. Watkins passes to Cassell. Shot clock at 5. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Off the inbound, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Rockets, Popovich.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. Both shots good from the stripe. Stolen by Haywood.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Here's Booker. And that one goes long. Here's Coleman. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Here's Haywood. Misses there. And so it's Seattle winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.